Oh, hello, hello. Uh, alright, I think I'm live here, and I'm taking over for Bowman. He has other issues to attend, and he's quite exhausted after casting for so long, so no worries. I'm just gonna like finish this game. Let's see what's happening. Um, Basically, this game. Wait, sorry, I'm getting messages. This game is between Quanta, the Korean Terran, which nobody has seen too much of, but he played very well. He beat me, and it was actually close. And then we thought it was a best of three, so we actually played an extra game, and we didn't need to. And then I tied it, but that doesn't matter because he moves on. And so he's going with the Hellion opening. This is super standard ZVT stuff. I'm very curious to see how BioIce plays this out because I really struggle these days against Hellions. So first of all, please tell me in the chat if I am too loud or anything like that. I believe this should have started maybe about a minute after Bowman ended the stream, so hopefully it'll not overwrite anything. There's still a 3-minute delay, so there's that going for us. And all right, so we see a Ghost Academy. Oh my god! So this is like a new thing, which is almost meta. I don't think I would say it's a standard play. Not yet, but he's making ghosts, and they're gonna have Cloak, and as we know, Cloak is quite good, being free these days, and so this gives him a few options. He can just like sort of camp the ghosts behind any sort of mineral line without a spore crawler, and then that's just hell to deal with. Unless you have a lair, and then you have an overseer flying around, also sniping the ghosts. So yeah, it's something that can work. I wouldn't say it's. Let's see how many he makes first of all. He's going at 3, so he's probably gonna do the same push. He actually did. I think we saw this. We definitely saw this from Lero or Lero, but I think we've seen ghosts from Quanta as well. It's almost. That's what I'm saying. It's like almost like a new meta, but it's like the new. It's the new slightly cheesy build, right? It's not all in because we've seen games transition out of this. So I really like the direction that TVZ is kind of going in right now. Let's see what's happening. Whoa. Okay, I think the mic's too close to my face, actually. Let's see. It might be a little better now. I don't know what the Don's game is, but I assume that I'm doing something wrong. Or, I'm probably being super hyper self-conscious. Let's see right here what happens. Oh, this looks really bad for Quanta. Quanta ended up losing pretty much everything right there. And he escaped with 2 ghosts. I'd say overall, all in all, it was a really relatively flawless transition between my stream and Bowman's stream. I was pretty happy about that, to be honest. But I'm not gonna brag too much. I'm just in a. I feel like I'm happy to to pick up the slack. Like it's casting is actually a great joy, and I hope to do more of it as well. So. Anyway, there's a huge amount of Ling Baneling right outside, and I really don't know how this is gonna go. He tried to snipe the Banelings. Oh, good god. So, ghosts have very good DPS, but they don't have a very good fire rate. So he tried to get off some snipes, and he tried to snipe the banelings from a distance, but they essentially just blew up anyway, and that was that. Let's see what is going on here. We have the range upgrades. So he is going to go into a hydrogen. So he's already getting Roche speed, and he has a layer at the third base, and he has a fourth base already making. If you look at Quanta's base, or Quanta's general strategy, I'm very glad to hear sound is good. I got a new Blue Yeti microphone. This thing is amazing, guys. I can do ASMR with this microphone. Anyway, and so let's see what happens with these tanks here, which are just going to go rally out into the middle. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to deal with what BioIce has in store for him. He has basically a sick, ranged unit transition, and that's probably gonna make it very difficult to amass any sort of mech-based army. And unless you already have about 6 siege tanks, the Hydras are so good at picking apart mech units. Well, let's see what this push does. So, like, basically these guys are just hanging out here, and they're trapped from all sides. He got some good snipes off. He actually sniped some roaches, some hydras, and it's not enough. I don't know. He's probably gonna GG any second. These guys are just gonna march all the way across the map. That was a very good try. I think I would have done the same thing, probably. You know, you need to try something a little tricky, right? You can't just expect to recover from a failed ghost opening. You saw all around this area a bunch of Hellion Cyclone ghosts got completely surrounded and killed. But he never had time to rebuild because BioIce was making sure of that. He sent some guys around the side, and then he came back to defend. Oh, look at this. It doesn't even... this is GG. But, so yeah, this does look like it's completely over. He's just kind of staying in. Not really sure why. I mean, some players just kind of like seeing how far they can go and digesting the loss. Maybe it helps him focus on the next game. Who knows? But either way, GG. Moving on. Quanta, our Korean Terran, is probably gonna... Yeah, he's definitely moving on, and he's looking like he could probably use a change of strategy, to be honest. But actually, was that... I am so lost. I think that was actually the last game. Thank you again for such a great event. Have a nice day, people. So that, I think, was supposed to be a best of 3. Okay, so BioIce just 2-0'd him. GG. So yeah, he still made $5. Not bad. Not bad at all. I was really happy to see really happy to see these players come out here. Players that I've never heard of before. Quanta is a new name. That's just really awesome. Because like I don't mind Koreans coming over to these NA tournaments if they're actually players that are relatively unknown and casual, and not these established uh, players that get literally paid to perform well, like, a pro gamer. And this just makes me happy to see new players. Yeah, GG, GG. So I assume that the next match is underway, and this would probably be Bio Ice versus Psych. So let's see where Psych is. Psych should be in. He's not in a party, but he's probably chatting up Bio Ice for the vetoes. I'm just gonna assume that's what's happening. And Quanta is out. So let me actually, while we wait, I'm going to go PayPal him his money. So he's in Korea. PayPal charges like the smallest fee when you do overseas. It's like, I don't know, a few cents. I think it's 1 cent. It's like literally 1 cent if you go to certain places. I think Korea is one of them, actually. Last time, though, I sent it to, what was it, Finland? Yeah, Finland, and it charged me like 3 cents. But for Korea, it's just 1 cent. So we have our next game, which is Psych, the American Terran player, who I don't know a lot about. All I know is Bowman played a best of 5 with this guy and pretty much crushed him. So I'm expecting, you would think that BioIce would have a quite large advantage, but Psych has been playing incredibly well tonight, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to send $5. Da, da, da. Yeah, 3 cents. But that's because there's $5, I think. Whatever. So 1 second. Alright, getting into this next game, we have our purple Terran player, Psych. And again, this guy is like not very well known, American Terran, just starting up here. I just noticed in Illegal Act, he was like 900, and that's 900 is like what you get on a new account, basically. So but he's much better than that, and he's certainly he's acquiring a lot of Illegal Act points in this tournament alone. If later these games are recorded, and I'm sure they will be, I'm actually gonna. I sort of want to be able to do that myself, but I'll try to find somebody to do it for me in the meantime. So we have a pool coming down at 17. This is very standard. I think BioIce is going to do his normal ZVT opening, and that is probably a his standard opening these days is like pull off gas after you get Zergling speed. It's actually pretty good. I actually want to try it out. And then he goes into like I think he's a Roach player. And he also likes Lynx to deal with Cyclones. But anyway, Lynx are so risky these days with the Hellbat Cyclone stuff. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me, guys. I still see a decent amount of people in chat, about 10, including Light, who's the MVP Liquipedia editor from last time. So thanks, guys. And yeah. Um, so we have a factory coming from Psych, and then we have a reactor coming on the barracks. And these are all very standard. These will switch out after the factory is done. Unless he's doing a 2-on-1, but nobody ever does that. I think the last person who 2-on-1'd me raged when I blind countered it with the Baneling bust. Or it wasn't blind, it was the fact that I scouted the 2-on-1 and then I just Baneling busted it. But yeah, it's a little figured out. Not to mention I think it's a lot worse with the changes that you've seen. Like even Hydras will counter the 2-on-1, you know? So Hydras still lose to some Hellbat all-ins, and they also lose to like Blue Flame stuff, but that's a perfect scout. This guy just ran right in and saw everything. So this already gives a pretty good edge to BioIce. And it looks like he's making a tech lab. So this is just probably a bio kind of thing, or maybe he's gonna go ghosts. No, he's actually going cloaked banshees after getting a Viking. That's interesting. But it does look like a bio play, right? Yeah, he's getting stim. This is not something you see every day in TVZ these days. Now, BioIce is playing exactly how you need to play against a bio player, and he is actually getting banelings, and he already has a lot of lings. So it looks like it looks the same, looks like exactly what BioIce likes to do, which is in fact get a lot of speedlings, and he probably pulled off the gas and put them back on. And let's look at the money. Let's see. You see BioIce down here with 146 gas, 150 gas. This is probably for a lair. I'd imagine that would start soon. Although he's only mining for 1 gas. So he's a little undecided. He knows at this point exactly what's going on, except for the cloaked banshees. Oh, look, that's a lot of Hellions. These might do something. It's a good thing BioIce is prepared with queens. Yeah, like he's always prepared. Look at that. This is just very good textbook play. I think probably what needs to happen for Psych to get real damage done is he needs to go 2-pronged. Like, I think he's doing that. He's running them around here. Maybe he can cancel 4th. Actually, but no, he's just clearing up creep. And then this Liberator. Interesting that he made a Liberator. Actually, this is so weird. This is so weird. He never... I think he canceled Cloak unless he switched it out after Cloak finished and then didn't make any Banshees. I don't see any Banshees on the map. So, like, that was just sort of like something he was gonna do, and then BioIce scouted it, and then he decided not to do it. Either that or BioIce... Oh, maybe he saw all of the queens, right? This would be a good reason not to go Banshees. And then he's now gonna do something else. I do like the Liberator, because Liberators, if you're good with them, they can always, like, reposition, right? Like, you're probably not gonna lose this unit too easily, unless there's Hydras or maybe a Spire. But there's not, and actually I see Hydra Den right here, but that's not done yet. And we see a lot of Hellions getting surrounded. That didn't do anything. Killed just a couple of workers. Let's see what this does. I don't think this is going to do anything either. There's too many bio units here. Well, both players kind of deflect each other, and Psych is playing pretty well. I have to give Psych credit here. For a bio player, he's already mind-gamed BioIce a little bit, and it makes me kind of... It makes me kind of think he knows what's going on, even if he's not the best player and he's not going to win the game, because he's, you know, the because maybe his mechanics aren't up to par. But what I can say is, Psych is doing a or BioOasis first of all playing very well, and Psych is playing as standard as a Bio player these days can actually do. And you do see the 1-1. Actually, 2-2 has started. So this is classic Ling Bane Hydra against Bio. Now this makes me nervous for Psych. Just saying those words, right? It's like Ling Bane Hydra definitely counters Bio on paper, and that's sort of why players stopped going Bio. Because the Hydra buff was really strong. Just, yeah, Hydras are just really good right now. Combining upgrades. Yeah, no problem. You were softer than for a little bit, but you did a good job casting for the last 4 hours, Bowman. So yeah, I think that it's easier to cast when you have no fear of, you know, like being loud or looking silly. So that's what I'm trying out here. Although, yeah, it's only like, for me it's only 9:57 p.m. So 9:57 p.m. is a lot earlier than the East Coast, and I think that's where Bowman is right now. So, anyway, there is a bunch of banelings. Look at that. That's like a too many banelings amount of banelings, and all of these tanks are actually going to be pretty effective. So I think if Psych has amazing micro here, you can actually make something happen. Oh, these are not sieged. In fact, this is the worst possible engagement, and I think that's already way too much. That's too much damage, right? He lost every single tank. And, you know, as the casters would often say, it doesn't necessarily matter that they're close in supply. It's the fact that he lost all of the critical units and the tank count was reset, right? So, like, if you don't have the required units, you're not gonna have a good time. And now all of Psych's SCVs are routed, so GG. And that's it. Bio versus bio. Wait, what was the what? I don't really want to turn on the volume because Psych is doing a God, I hate my own voice. I'm like literally like that's the worst part of casting. It's just like knowing your voice box is this tool of entertainment. Obviously it is, but it's not necessarily something like that you want to remember. It's like you're doing it for other people, right? Oh, actually, I should rejoin. I don't know what I'm saying, but either way, I'm still not quite used to it. That's for sure. The meta was right there all along. Yeah, I know it's a little strange. Their choice of strategy that game was quite strange, and I commend Psych for actually keeping up. I think he did a good job with keeping up in terms of like what was I saying? Keeping up in terms of macro, like, and if you noticed, they were at the same supply, right? So the fact that this Bio-Terran got to the same supply is mind-blowing to me, especially because we're talking about a very strong Canadian Zerg player in BioWays. Like, this isn't just some random ladder player. So, like, Psych is doing a good job. And I think if he keeps it up, he has a chance. He just needs to not get on creep, surrounded, like complete surround, without being sieged. Like, that was just horrible. But we'll see what can happen. I think that he has a future. So you have a drone here taking a nice early hatchery. I like how Bowman is still listening, even though his girlfriend is. Oh, that's what it was. Sleeping. Okay, I misread that. Okay, I assume like you were sleepy or something, but no. In fact, you're still here because your girlfriend's actually asleep, and now you can't be loud. Well, that's a pretty good excuse. Anyway, so we have a barracks going down for the Terran player here, and we have a CC on the low ground. This is pretty standard. This is what you see in most Reaper openers here with the gas. Yep. Let's see if BioWaste mines 100 gas again. This is actually a lot of gas mining from Psych, which makes me think, I don't know, what is this going to be like a Banshee or a Hellion? Maybe same factory shenanigans. I just thought the most Terrans would get like 5 or 4 on gas. But that's sort of like an old school Protoss thing, maybe? I don't know. Either way, Psych is getting a factory. BioIce just sent across 4 lings. Looks like BioIce took a 3rd base, and he did pull out of gas like I said he would. So I don't know what's gonna happen now. I think it's just gonna be like the Ling Queen defense, which is something it's just so strong, and I would feel so gimmicky like this because it just seems like it's so predictable, in terms of, or it's so consistent rather. So like, you would think there would be a Terran that would just have your number and counter this crap here. But it's actually not the case. It's just a very good build. And he knows what he's doing with it because he has an early 3rd, you know, 3 queens out, 5 queens are gonna be out soon. So that's pretty cool. Terran French fried when he should have pizzaed. I thought BioIce was support for TSM. Good to see he's transitioned into StarCraft 3 so well. Yes. The meta was right all along. Yes, that was the Lingbane Hydra. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think Psych's gonna do the same thing. I thought the Hellion opener was pretty good, considering BioIce only opens with Lings and Queens. You have to dodge the Queens, but Hellions are pretty damn good against mass Zergling. So if he can just fry, have a nice barbecue, is he actually gonna get a Banshee this game? We'll see. Are you gonna make a Banshee? Oh, nope, you're not making a Banshee, you're just getting Cloak again. Am I crazy? Like, why is this happening? This is the 2nd time he's gotten Banshee Cloak and no Banshees. We'll see what happens. Is he gonna fry some Lings? Okay, so let me guess, he cancels. Yep, he canceled at the last second. I think it's the scouting, or That's a lot of dead units. But it could also just be something he does every game because you want to throw your opponent off, right? You actually want to get like you want to mind game them as much as you can to make them think they're going something else. Of course, this is exactly what happened last game. So you know what? BioIce is not throwing down a single spore crawler. He's already caught on to the mind game. Now he's getting an infestation pit, and how is he coming off of this one? Or what is he gonna do now? Double Evo? That's pretty standard. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with the, the Tech Lab Starport, or no, okay, it switched, so now he's going back there. It's just like, the problem with his mind game is, I don't know how that economically works out. I don't think it does work out. Because, like, just thinking about it, it's just like, you're investing in like 100, and that's gas that could have been a starport. Like, that's like 15-20 seconds that delays your build. So like maybe it works for some people, but like I don't really see it working. Like maybe it's a good build and I'm just this like low GM Zerg player and I don't know anything. But it seems kind of weird. Alright, now he's doing a 2-minute backdrop. This is actually cool because I like this just based on the fact that nobody expects this. Like, it's 7 minutes into a game, and 2-1-1 would have hit 2 minutes ago. And most players don't go bio anyway. So this is a very strong drop, or at least it could be. We see a Spire that could get cancelled. If this lands in the right spot, the Viking already cleared up the Overlord. Let's see what this does. I think it could drop here and then he's just gonna go straight for it. Now the Queens are actually gonna die with the transfuse. The army needs to come all the way back to the main, and in the meantime, he's actually gonna get a cancel on the Hive? No, he's actually gonna trade with the Lings. I don't know if I like that. These are... what, are they 2/2 Lings? Oh, Jesus. I feel like he could have done more than that. Like, come on. This is probably something he should have thought out. Like, but no. This is... he targeted it down to 50 HP, and that didn't do anything. Like, he could have just killed this or killed the spawning pool. Oh well. This is fine. Psych is still doing extremely well. Like, look at his supply, man. This is 150 supply Bio-Terran. Like, you don't see this every day. Okay, he does get out with the medevacs. They will fly away and get to a safe spot on the high ground, as well as these 2 medevacs dropping. Hopefully can do a 2-pronged attack, however, he needs to consider when he's hitting. Oh, he can get a nice cancel there. Oh, come on, come on. He might actually not cancel. Yeah, he's not going to. That's a shame. But at the same time, if we look at these units here, they're marching all the way across the map. So maybe something can happen. I need to pace myself here because I am going to be streaming and casting this game for probably another 2 hours. Like, we have this match, which is already, I think this is the first game, right? And then that's a best of 5. And then we have then we have the finals, right? Actually, it says it's a best of 3, but that should be a best of 5. Sorry, I'm not observing. I need to change that. But we could also just keep it at... Wait, maybe one of you changed it. I'm gonna leave it at best of 3, just in case. I think one of you changed that. Look at these ultras go! Alright, look at the camping on the production here. This is over. This is looking really bad for Psych here. As we see this army here in the middle. It's getting blasted by tanks. And the Marines are doing a good job. Let's see the upgrades. The upgrades are 2-2 and versus 1-1. So yeah, BioIce does take it. And that was a 2-0, right? Psych played a game there. So yeah, we're just gonna say that's the best of 3 because we really want to move on here. And Psych will be the other third place finisher. Yeah, the only third place finisher here. And let me write that down. I assume game time is waiting and can do vetoes immediately, hopefully. Platy-pro game time, where are you? There you are. Wake up. Wake up, game time. Well, I'm kind of naggy here, but I really wanna hopefully get game time to be awake and ready to play. Right, game time actually has 10 minutes. I'm actually starting a 10-minute timer. I can't believe I'm doing this. But if he doesn't show up, then the victory goes to BioIce again. And then BioIce is the 2-time champion. But I can't do anything if he's not gonna show up. So let's just hope that he does. Alright, I have to go send money to the guy that just lost Psych. It sounded like I was kidding, like Psych, but no. In fact, he's the name. Alright, his name is Mitchell. Cool story. I don't know what's up with the game time. Night is DTs. That would be pretty amusing, I have to say. Let's just hope that game time shows up because I don't want to have to delay this any longer than it is. Wait, I think the official rules might be that's I think that he only gets a bye on the first game, if I'm not mistaken. which would mean that we have to wait like an additional 10 minutes for the rest or something. Let me read up on that. I think I did that on purpose, but that would just take forever, right? Walkover period is 15 minutes after brackets go live, 10 minutes. Oh no, it's just the round. So yeah, 10:23. Now, let's see. So yeah. Six minutes until 2 times. Oh, game time is here. No longer idle. Game time is here. I assume they're talking. I'm just not gonna say anything because otherwise BioIce would say something, right? That's not my responsibility. So now we have a best of 7 ZVZ. Sorry, I have to like. Oh my god, casting is difficult. I have to say. I don't know why I have to like burp. It's just gross, right? But it's like a constant factor. So I got $5 cent. Hopefully there's no issues and we can get rolling very soon. I'm definitely slowing down. Casting is actually super duper stressful, but I don't want to complain. I did have a commitment and I plan to finish the tournament. And yeah, and it's too bad, you know, stuff gets in the way of your life casting. You can't always cast, you know, the entire 7 hours or whatever. But next week, I will change things. So I will change things so that you have a best of 1 losers bracket all the way until the losers finals, and then you have a best of 3 there, I think. And then we'll keep the upper bracket the same because the upper bracket is usually ahead of the lower bracket. That he will be back in 10 minutes. I can wait. Okay, great. So that works. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm just not gonna say anything. Yeah, it's apparently we're now waiting for game time. Who's going to be back in 10, and so we have a little bit of downtime. I didn't have any plans for this though. It's not making my job easy. But that's fine, and we will wait. So I would suggest actually just like go do something, like get a cup of coffee or something, and then just come back because you don't want to miss this ZVZ. This is two of the best North American players going at it, or yeah, players. They're two of the best Zergs for sure in North America. You know, they're just under the pro level, but they're very, very good. And yeah, alright, I'm gonna mute the mic and BRB. So, hope you stick around, guys. Alright, guys, it looks like we are getting back into the game, and um, they're just doing vetoes, or at least they're choosing the map order, because they're not going to play, or they could potentially play every single map, so because of that, they're gonna, I guess what is happening? 7 map isn't played. Alright, well, let's do this. Yeah, so they are, but you can pick the map I want to veto. I don't like neon. Can we just not pick that? Main the bracket? Well, yeah. So now in this case, game times actually he gets the veto not because he won, but because he's actually the higher seed, right? So I mean that's in the rules as well. I believe it's A B B A. So they can start on the first map and then pick loser picks, or they could just veto every single time. So it's kind of up to them, I guess. Uh, I'm just gonna see what happens here. And obviously they're not gonna want Boardwalk. It's a ZVZ, and nobody likes Boardwalk. Like not even the people that don't veto Boardwalk like Boardwalk. They they're just like, I assume. Yeah, wait, so the least I get is +1. Wait, higher seed gets first veto. And uh, Boardwalk first. Alright. So we'll see what happens. I'm glad that we're all on the same page here as we get into this best of 7 ZPZ. Blackpink. Cubs won World Series and Biff is breath. Uh, Dorak, I'm going to remember you. I don't actually know you, but you've been a good viewer. Thanks for watching. And you too, Bowman. As well as, let's just like shout out all the viewers here. We got Nightbot. We got Fag Went. I know I'm kidding about Nightbot. Hot Squiddy, Jardozer, Joxel Light, Massive Cupcakes, Moment of Not Being, and Virgo Pros. Thank you for watching, guys. So, what's happening? Nemesis just said Mystic, and then nothing. So we're just gonna move on here, and looks like we're starting up the game. We got game on Ascension to Ire. Why do I feel so much more energetic now? It's probably because I'm drinking a Kickstart energy drink at 10:32 p.m. But that's besides the point, guys. Whoa, that was a weird noise. Sorry, guys, that was loud. Alright, anyway. I feel like I got some of my inspiration from this Hearthstone caster named Crip. And Crip is like the most pessimistic, honest, calm being you'll ever come across on Twitch. Like, he never really flinches or changes. I mean, like, he has his happy moments and whatnot, but he's always like 95% of the time he's very calm, and that's not exactly what I strive to be, but just the fact that he can actually stay like that is just amazing to me. And Crip is also one to complain about the most obvious flaws of the game, which is a very I think it's a very noble pursuit because you get so much shit for complaining about obvious things. Like, for instance, like, I was just the other day complaining about the fact that if you play on Australia, you have higher ping. Or, I mean, you have lower ping. Or not. If you play when you're in Australia on North America, you have lower ping than when you're in North America and you play an Australian player on North America. It doesn't make any sense. Like, if I'm like playing the game from Seattle and I'm playing on the America server, I should have a lower ping than someone that's playing the America server that lives on Australia. But in fact, they have approximately 3 times less ping because the way Blizzard did that, at least in my theory, is they didn't change the servers. Like, they're still Australian servers, but they just lumped it all together, right? So they just redefined the ladder because nobody was playing on Australia, so that all of those people are actually playing NA people now. So they're basically just getting a free ride on their own server and having their own ping, but they're playing on North America. It's just ridiculous. Like, whatever. Sorry, a little small tangent, but we got we got 2 Zergling speed openings, and they're actually both doing the same thing. What? Is this like a new thing? Oh my god. I think this is like the way you're supposed to play, but I never knew this. Like, so they both took off gas in a ZVZ, and I feel like really, really weird. Like, I never do this. Like, I know I'm not the most standard player, guys, but I'm pretty sure I know, like, the basic builds. This is not one I would have said even existed. Because in Zerg versus Zerg, usually speaking, you want banelings and roaches. That was a very even trade. This Zergling has 5 kills, which makes, I don't know what that makes him. I think it's like a Slayer or something. I've never seen like a 5-kill Zergling this early in the game. Anyway, so yeah, now it's just weird to me. I never thought you would fall off a gas in a ZVZ. That's just bizarre. But if they're not going to be aggressive, it does make sense, because you don't need more than 2 banelings, maybe 2 or 3 banelings, and that's it. And from there you just defend. You send them in either one at a time, or you detonate them on a pack, and that's that. And that's how you play ZVZ. It takes a lot of micro, but it's definitely not something that requires too many banelings, right? You only need like 4. And here we go. We got 4 banelings for BioWise. And he's up against these 2 banelings of game time. And he's just gonna queen them off. That's the really great thing about... Oh, he's gonna lose the queen. Nope. Saved it last second. That's the really great thing about... I was going somewhere with that. Can't remember what I was saying. About the defender's advantage. That's what I was gonna say. It's just a huge defender's advantage in ZVZ because of queens. Now these 2 are coming in. Oh my god. The chaos. Oh, that was a pretty big hit. He did cancel the baneling. Can he get this last one though? Oh my god. What is going on? Oh, that's an excellent defense. BioWise did defend. And now at this point in time, BioWise is making roaches. These roaches are gonna have a great time against these Zerglings, let me tell you. The good thing about roaches is you can actually just target down the banelings. And they're essentially like queens, but with higher DPS and higher HP and slightly less range. That's like what the roach serves as in the ZVZ matchup. These 2 banelings could be super bad for BioWise. That's pretty effective. I don't know, that looks pretty game time favorite, I gotta say. Now, if you look at illegal act, which can be misleading, and it is very misleading in this case, BioWise is only like 1,400, and game time's up at like 1700. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't read too much into it. I think BioIce has been around longer and probably knows a little bit more about certain parts of the game than game time. Than game time. And mechanically speaking, game time might have a small edge, but it's pretty close. As we saw last game, BioIce has some great macro games that just wrecked players like Quanta, was it Laro? I don't know. He looked pretty good, so I don't think there is a huge advantage going to game time, but Illegal Act would say there is. That's why we don't always pay attention to Illegal Act. And I've seen some other questionable ratings there, besides, comparing these two players, but anyway, that's a lot of roaches from game time. And if you look at the workers, game time's also ahead in that category. So this looks like it's like a big attack. And game time, if you look at the production tab, is massing lings and roaches. This will be a huge attack. However, this is all on hatch deck. If BioIce can defend this, I don't like its counterattack though. It's actually getting 2 drones and trading out. The only thing is he needs everything at home, because this is a huge all-in. But the big but is BioIce needs, if he defends this, then he probably wins the game. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know if he's going to. This looks like it's too much here. The defender's advantage is nice. Oh my god. Oh god, I have to scroll through all this crap. There we go. But the thing is, BioIce will have a sick upgrade lead. Oh, he shouldn't have extended. I don't know why he's doing this. If BioIce has +1 attack and more workers, he just wins the game from here. Because game time doesn't even have a lair. He does not even have a lair. This is GG, because all these lings are gonna get 2-shotted by the roaches. Now that's the really good thing about +1 attack, is the only thing is he's going for this round and the bile. He needs to split. Oh, that was a pretty good bile. I think this might be too much here, but we'll see. It's pretty close, obviously. It's these Ravagers are worth their weight in gold. I don't like the way BioIce is kiting. This is so close. He's going in towards the roaches. He's actually really picking them one off at a time with the Ravagers. But if he gets enough reinforcements, these +1 roaches of BioIce will just completely wreck the lings and the Ravagers. Oh, that was a good dodge there. I was pretty scared there. He just needs more reinforcements. This is a very exciting moment for BioIce, because he probably can win if he just gets a little bit more reinforcements. I would even pull drones. That's how desperate the situation is. Pull drones, and then be happy with your upgrade lead. It's just such an intense moment that it just depends on cleaning up the reinforcements. Okay, good. He's actually pulling drones. This looks silly, but it's not that silly, guys. All he has left is Ravagers. If BioIce can just kill some of the Ravagers, he just wins the game. And he's doing that. He's doing that, and it looks silly, like the game time's still way ahead, but he's not. He's actually behind. Like, it's so close though. Actually, now that might be too many lings. That's probably too many lings. Oh, I feel so bad, because like, what I would have done is pull these drones up here, and if you had those at the third base. Okay, now he's cleaning it up. He's cleaning it up and it looks good. Does he have a layer on the way? I don't think he does, right? No, he doesn't have any layer. He cleaned it up. Look at the workers. It's about even. Only thing is, BioIce has absolutely no... what is he doing on the map? I think he's not quite aware that he doesn't have an advantage in the army. He actually still has a huge disadvantage in the army. So he decided to drone, but droning was unfortunately the wrong call. And for all the hype that I was talking about BioIce, he's finally gonna get cleaned up here because after he repelled the attack is he decided to make drones. And you still don't see anything. This is 100% all in from game time. And BioIce is not gonna deal with this anymore. He's pretty dead. Yeah, BioIce made too many drones, and he also didn't pull drones quite soon enough, but it's pretty over right now. So GG. Yeah, that was crazy stuff. So yeah, it looks like Sieg is doing God's work here, and okay. Strange phrasing, and updating Liquipedia for me. So that's always nice. Looks like that's probably why you wanted to know what race Daydreamer was. And you could also be doing a Legalec, because I don't think Daydreamer even has an account on Legalec. BioIce is fine with the wait, just give me a sec. Hey, look at chat. Oh yeah, no worries. I in fact did that very thing. So we're getting into game number 2 here, and we just saw a crazy CVZ, guys. This was a back and forth CVZ that that ended up going into Game Time's favor, despite him having a disadvantage in terms of upgrades and tech. But it only went into his favor because BioIce just barely didn't hold on. So we'll see what happens next here. If they're gonna have a long game, if they're gonna do a cheese. It looks like Game Time is going straight for the extractor trick. This is funny. I wonder if he started doing this after I started doing this. Because I'm the only one that I know that does the extractor trick. He might have also made a mistake, of course. He's making another drone. I don't know why is it... Oh, there we go. There we go. So yeah, he's going with the hatch first. But yeah, not many players do extractor tricks anymore because they think it's outdated. But I maintain that it helps a very minuscule amount, probably 3 to 4 minerals. And I don't have raw data to back that up, but that's why I'm going to test it. I still think you get out an extra drone a tiny little bit earlier, and that extra drone makes about 2 or 3 trips, which pays off the cost of the cancellation. But we'll get to that later. So yeah, we have a hatch first for both players here, and they are getting gas here. It looks like they're doing the same build. Let's see. I'll be very interested to see if either player decides to pull off gas like they did last time, or if they're just gonna do if they're gonna do something more standard or more aggressive even. Because last time was pretty passive all the way up until the giant roach all-in of Game Time. And that was something where the defender's advantage could have barely come in handy. It really could have. But it didn't quite pay off. And so, I don't know, we'll see. I feel like I'm kind of beating a dead horse. But it was a very intense game, so we'll see what happens. Sometimes you can be greedy and not make these lings here. Game Time made 1 extra pair, and that could have been 1 extra drone. It's not a huge deal, but you know, it is what it is. These lings are going all the way up the top side, and they're gonna collapse on this third base here. And yeah, this is what happens. You just Poke and prod until your opponent makes too many units or too few units, and that's ZVZ in a nutshell. BioIce got the better attack, right? Actually, barely, yes. Barely BioIce got the better end of the deal. It's funny how you spot those things, but you just attacked a little sooner there. This one only has 3 kills. What a loser. This is not a 5 kill Zergling. It's nothing special. Last time his Zergling had 5 kills. But he looks exactly the same. Oh wow. It's a Baneling. Alright, so you saw the Lings coming across the map. This is a very standard ZVZ stage. Slightly late Banelings, although it's not going to matter because Game Time wants to be very aggressive. Actually, no, he's making drones behind this. He just wants to make a large a threat because these guys can go right into the natural. So we'll see very nice Banelings from BioAce. And BioAce is going to do a counter, and he's only down 5 workers. I don't know if this is going to work. The good part about BioAce's counterplay is this pack of Lings won't be spotted, and the Roaches are not going to be there in time. So he's really relying on... BioAce is relying on the surprise, and Game Time is hoping that he simply doesn't do this, right? Because he's going for the Roaches really, really early. This might... No, I don't think this is going to cancel the base, actually. But it could get really good Banelings, we'll see. Oh my god, this is intense. Oh my god! It's going to work, holy crap. So yeah, this is one of those situations where Game Time is just getting absolutely destroyed. This is not even close so far. BioAce is ahead in every single way. The only difference is Game Time has Roaches, but he's on 2 base with Roaches, and this is looking awful. This is looking absolutely awful for Game Time right now. I have to say, I almost have a slight bias, and it's just because I like BioAce a lot, but it's really like both of them are up-and-coming players. Game Time is mechanically a very excellent player, but I think he has a reputation of being a little one-dimensional, and BioAce is not quite so. Yeah, for those of you who might not play a ton of ZVZ, it might not be completely obvious that the game was over, but it was actually completely over. Game Time didn't have a chance unless BioAce really messed up. So it was a good game. Nice try. Now we're getting into game number 3. And these guys are fighting for $10 as well as the glory of, second place or first place. Tried to start the game without me. It's not a good strategy. I would get destroyed. I mean, I have taken games off both of these players, but generally I get destroyed by both of them. As both of these Game Time BioAce Zergs are some of the strongest Zergs in North America, and they're only really bested by, the likes of Scarlet and Jon Snow in terms of Zerg play. Once again, I don't agree with the League Lack rating that says BioAce is like a good 300 points behind. I think it's a lot closer than that. But anyway, so getting into this game, We have game time spawning in the upper left-hand corner of the map. And he's taking an extractor and canceling it. Okay, so he's doing the same thing there. I like it. BioWays doing his normal build. Neither of them are cheesing. I guess they just have too much respect for each other. Either that or they suck at cheesing. Like, No Regret would cheese once in a while. Probably, you know, more than half the time in a series. But these guys are... They have more pride than that guy. Who's actually going to play in Code S in a few days, actually. Should probably look that up. Let's see what this schedule is for Code S. Actually, you know what? Isn't that going on pretty soon? I don't know. No, that's not tonight though. It's 3 days from now. 3 days from now, No Regret plays Code S. His group is Zest, Sue, and Bunny. If No Regret gets out in that group, I will have respect for No Regret. But until that happens, I will think of him as a guy that got by in a single elimination bracket and did some seriously short cheeses, or short games in general. I don't know if they're all cheeses, but he worked his way up and he perfected, mechanically speaking, he perfected a certain build, and that's carried No Regret a long ways. And I really obviously can't say anything about him. Like, he's accomplished so much more than I have, and you know, that's probably gonna stay that way for a long time. But it's impressive that No Regret has gotten so far, and I don't know why I keep talking about No Regret. Let's see what happens to this Overlord. I think this is a little far. If Game Time really, really wanted, he could rush the Queen out and he could kill the Overlord. But he's actually gonna be nice and stay back there. And so yeah, we see BioWays and taking a third base. Game Time's actually going for a speedling type of play off of 2 bases. And he has significantly less drones. He has 5 less drones, which is a huge deal at this stage in the game. Of course, he might get a couple right now, but this looks pretty painful for BioWays. This is our first cheesy game here, and I think he's gonna make it work here. This is just so many drones dying here. I don't know if BioWays can recover. He's gonna cancel all of the banelings, but he lost like 10 drones. Let's see. The good news is Game Time is actually droning up, and BioWays is also droning up. And usually that favors the person with an extra hatchery. Of course, BioWays has a long way to go. I would be aggressive right now. These Ling Banelings, this army needs to go. It needs to go right now. Look at this. He has nothing here. This would be a perfect opportunity. He's okay. Now he's listening to me. This is a little bit late though, and he is afraid of a counterattack. This is kind of a wise move. I don't think this is bad. I think this probably most players do this because you can always hide a group of Lings off to the side and then rush in, and sometimes that kind of counter just ends the game right immediately. So it's probably smart that he leaves a bit at home, and I do think at this point it's impossible to break Game Time, but there was a window and it was very small, and then he could have hit it, but it's fine. This is just a little knife fight going on in the middle. It's right outside the base. I would like to see it. Okay, that was... I don't know what happened. I don't think that was very good. That was also not very... this is like a small way that BioWays can claw back into the game. You can actually just trade off banelings for 1 Ling. Now, I don't know if he's going to continue doing this, or Did you guys see that pack? This is exactly what I'm talking about here. This counterattack here, we'll see how much that does. And that killed like 3 or 4 lings. The fact that all of these are red health is also super bad for BioIce. I would... Oh, that was a perfect Baneling there. It's getting so many drones. That was a ton of drones going down. Let's see what this does here. I would gather all of these and attack right now. This is only 4 Zerglings. He's gotta know they're right there. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. So I think BioIce has a small lead at this point in time, but it is pretty close. Pro tip, hold shift and hit one of the numbers to assign the score for the top player. Hold control and hit a number to assign. Oh, okay. So right now they're 1-1, right? So we do shift 1 and control. Oh my god, that is a pro tip. That is like next level me being terrible at casting advice. That was really good, thank you. Is this gonna get cancelled again though? No, it gets away. So yeah. Yeah, I'm still pretty much like learning this like WCS 3.0 thing. Sorry, man. Like I feel like my sinuses are clogged right now, but that's fine. He's just gonna make roaches now. BioIce is in a great spot. I think BioIce with the lair roach speed, he's behind in upgrades just a tad, but the fact that BioIce is ahead in workers is just so good right now. And also the fact that Game Time doesn't even have a third base up and running. Like, he's just transferring stuff right now, while BioIce takes the 4th base. That's so good right now. We'll see what happens. Game Time needs to... Oh, there we go. This is the cheeky kind of move he needs to do. Because if he gets BioIce to drone, and he's making constant roaches, and his +2 is about to finish, this is like a perfect disaster about to happen for BioIce, right? Because if BioIce just keeps on making drones, after he loses all of these drones, that could be really bad. I don't know if BioIce is going to fall for this trick, because he actually has a gold base, and this can catch him up in economy as well. Of course, he did just make 6 drones, and Game Time is pooling the roaches. I don't know, this could be... This attack could be super bad for BioIce. He doesn't know that the upgrade +2 is about to finish. Of course, he's pretty fine on army supply. He's ahead in pretty much every way. This gold base is gonna be really good for BioIce here. This +2 is not even done yet. And he got some free Ravager kills. That's really nice. Alright, the +2 is done. He needs to run away right now. This is way too much defense for Game Time, and now he sees the mistake he's made. But of course, it might not matter. I think in this situation, BioIce is actually perfectly fine. He can just sit back and behind the bushes here and take a good defensive posture. In fact, BioIce is actually going to get his own +2, and this is going to finish in, what, a minute or something? I don't know. But yeah, like, he doesn't know about the gold base. Right, if we go to the vision of, oh god, how do you... I don't know how to switch the vision. Is it... Crap. All I know is how to make BioIce's vision. I really want to check Game Time's vision, but I'm fairly certain that he would have tried to deal with the gold base if he had seen it, so it's very unfortunate he hasn't done that yet. This pack of 4 Ravagers is very normal, kills overlords. It's just, 4 is the amount that you need. That one was already missing its HP, in fact. So it didn't even need 4 in Ravager Bile. Oh, no, you gotta run away from that. You can't go into there, BioIce. Come on. What are you doing, BioIce? Run away, BioIce. So we see this undersaturated third base versus BioIce, who has less workers, right? Actually, no, BioIce has more workers now. I don't know what I'm talking about. BioIce is literally ahead in every single way right now. Not even close. Let's see the upgrades, though. Yeah, upgrades are the same, even. But we need to go back to production tab. Alright, so game time is the first one to start the armor. I don't think it matters, though. Oh my god, huge engagement here. I think this is fine, even if it's not going BioIce's way. BioIce is happy to trade. Game time is very lacking in the economy. And it's still going very evenly. Oh no. And he retreats. And just like that, game time is massively 30 supply down, and that's because he can't really remax. He doesn't have enough money. BioIce is floating 900 minerals, and he's perfectly fine. Like, he hasn't taken a gas over here, so he has way too many minerals. This is just insane. I can't believe it. You just never suspected that early. It was like a macro cheese is what it was, but it's paid off very beautifully. And I think this is it. Oh my god. All these roaches are collapsing. It's just like... And that's it, right? I can just run around circles forever. The reinforcements dying is kind of a big deal, but all of these drones dying is a bigger deal. This is basically it. Just like that, BioIce is winning. He's up 2-1. That was a pretty sick game. And definitely worth watching if you're trying to get better at ZVZ, that's for sure. So we'll see what their next pick is of the map, and then we'll get right into it. Yeah, if I was to like say who I'm most like as a caster, it would be like a mix between Crip and Wardy. And Wardy's like a very calm guy. Like, probably gets a lot of slack for like not being this like super hype, caster, but he's so consistent and just like the dude casted for 17 hours. Nobody does that. Okay. Anyway. So we got game number 3 starting up here. Or 4, that's right. So it's 2-1, BioIce is winning, and this is a best of 7. So we're on Catalyst now, and this map is the smallest map in the map pool. So it makes for very interesting ZVZs. Oh my god. Game time cancelled a larva. Oh my god. He's definitely going for a 12 pool. Oh my god. At first, when you cancel larva, it can be like the worst thing in the world because that sets you back a larva. And if you want constant drone production, you would just be screwed. So game time didn't even really have an option, even if that was by accident, but I'm pretty sure that was on purpose. Okay, I was gonna add scores. I think I can do this right. Oh no, not 10. No, not 20. Oh god. What have I done? How do I delete this? There we go. Oh, we're all good now. All I want to do is add... Oh, there we go. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay, so you actually press the number. Okay, I was thinking you clicked a certain amount of times or something like that. Or you press the 1 a certain amount of times. Either way, I figured it out. And we have game time going for this really early cheese. He's really aiming to just kill the natural of BioAce, and if he accomplishes that, he's happy. Of course, game time's not even taking gas, so this is not. He has no threat of banelings, which makes this build in particular very risky. If BioAce is as experienced as he needs to be, he actually knows already that this is probably a gasless build. And he's about to find out very soon as he sees the natural game time. Now, he just pulls a lot of drones here. It's a very small difference between 13-12 and 12 pool. But the difference is significant because these lings are earlier and they're more dangerous. And if BioAce pulls stuff versus this, he really needs to keep this alive. And I think he's actually going to do just that. He's actually defending this. And normally when you defend this kind of thing, you're always scared of the banelings. But he's in luck. He doesn't have to worry about banelings. Of course, I don't think he's defending this anymore. Actually, yeah, he's just barely doing it. He actually defended this. And he's down in workers, but he's up a base. Actually, not anymore. It's pretty close. If you look at the gas... Let's look at the gas for a moment. Oh, that Overlord's... That is huge. It's a massive kill. Getting that one Overlord. Holy crap. Now we see game time pooling lings. And I don't think that BioAce is aware of this. He's just gonna counterattack. So we see BioAce droning up. BioAce is ahead 4 drones, and he's continuing to make drones. This is against a huge ling all-in. These players are just going all out. Like, there's no... Oh, you know what he's doing, though? He's being very smart. BioAce is getting banelings, and he's getting banelings before speed, which is exactly what you need to defend against a huge ling all-in, and you don't necessarily need speedlings for a while. What I would also do is get queens here, because you definitely need some queens. The queens can park at the ramp. The queens can they can also kill banelings if game time decides to go with the banelings. BioAce now knows what's up. He needs to pull all of the workers out. He's gonna try to defend the low ground, but this is so risky. Like, I can't emphasize enough how risky this is. These banelings are not in time. They're all gonna die, and I think that's gonna be it here. This is so painful to watch. If just one baneling gets off, this could be the dream, right? Oh, that was a good hit. That was a really, really good hit. It's just not enough, though. I don't know. Oh my god. That was another beautiful hit. What the hell? BioAce is doing some amazing job right now. It's so close. Like, BioAce is just so ridiculously far ahead. It doesn't even matter if he loses the hatch necessarily, although it would probably set him back. But the truth is that BioAce has so many more workers. He just needs to live. Like, that's his main goal right now. If he saves the hatch, that's fine too, but it's not a priority. He's up 10 workers. Okay, now he really wants to save the hatch. Just just because... Oh, he's not going to there. Uh, just because the droning has actually started now, right? So if I was Bio Ice, I would probably get speed. And maybe a drone. It's always fun to make the larva that sits outside the natural that just died into like an overlord, because then if it gets surrounded, then it doesn't matter, right? But it looks like what's happening now. Surrounds that. Run away, run away. Baneling. Alright, this is fine. This is all fine. And BioIce does have only slowlings, which is pretty risky, but he's forcing out units. What I would do is turn around right now. Like, he's not gonna actually get anything done at the front of his base. He might as well be happy with the amount of units that he forced out from game time. But he's actually deciding to make some banelings. Now this could actually work too, because the banelings are they're able to do a lot of work here. So, oh my god, this is so scary though. That was some larva. I still don't think this is good for BioIce. Most amazing baneling hits I've ever seen though. And honestly, oh, he could have gotten like 3 more drones. You guys saw what happened? He just moved away instead of continued the attack. Oh, that was bad. Very painful to see that. Another disgustingly good baneling hit, but it's probably not enough here. It's a constant stream of speedlings here. If game time plays his cards right, if he splits the speedlings and doesn't get them all blown up, then he should be able to take this game. I don't know what's going on with the drones here. I would probably move them faster. Pretty good defense. Pretty good defense overall. What the heck is happening with game time? I really think game time is botching his attacks a little bit too much, but he's still getting work done, because anytime he trades for drones, it's probably worth it. Look at these red health drones here. That spine is gonna help so much. He's still going for it. What the hell? Okay. Oh, he knows he can get drones with these 2 lings here. I think he got 1 more. That was it though. Is this game time? Yeah, game time's still going at it. You know what BioIce needs to do? Transfuse the frickin' hatchery. No, don't. Oh my god. Right. These are crazy battles here. Is he gonna make another spine crawler? He really wants the hatchery. Game time does. I don't know. This is gonna be the end, right? Oh, look at that perfect block there with the non-speededlings. Good surround. He kills like 3 or 4 lings there. Let's see if he gets this hatch here. These 2 banelings are the real story here. Save it, save it. No, you have to wait for the other one. There we go. I don't think BioIce knows about this. This could be the end of the game really bad. Oh my god, GG. That's it, right? 10 workers? BioIce is down to 10 workers. That's really unfortunate. He's gonna start droning again, but it's probably too... He doesn't even have speed yet. This is really bad. Oh, it's over. Alright, that was a good game. That was a knife fight for like 10 minutes straight on Catalyst. That's about what you expect when you see a ZVZ on Catalyst. Aggressive strategies are too strong there. So that actually ties it up 2-2. So we have at least two more games. I can't remember for the life of me which maps are left. I think it's like the worst ones because you still have Neon Violet and you still have Boardwalk. So 2 out of the 4 maps are the ones that get vetoed all the time. It looks like they're alternating picks, which means this is Game Time's pick, and he just picked Boardwalk. Or maybe that was already decided. I don't remember. But either way, battle on the Boardwalk. Here we go. This is going to be another crazy game. I actually think, to lend the map maker some credit here, it's not a cheesy map. At least it's not all the time cheesy. And oh, got the minimized bug. Hopefully fix that one. But oh, let's do this control shift. There we go. 2-2. Pro tip. Indeed, I should really be using hotkeys like upgrades, production, etc. I just haven't been doing that very much, but here we go with the good luck. This is gonna be a cheese. 13-12. 13-12, and what is Bio? He's gonna go pool first, right? Oh no, is he going Bio Ice? Oh no, he's going hatch first and the gold. Okay. This could be bad. So the other good thing about this map in particular is if you get a creep tumor down here, then you can block off the entire ramp using like evos or just queens. And if you do that, then there's no way to get in except for these rocks all the way back here. And these take absolutely forever to break, right? It's not worth it to have an early game strategy based around breaking those rocks. And the overlords are usually spotted from each other in ZVZ, so it's not easy to get away with the drop play. You'll see in a lot of non-Zerg matchups, this first or second overlord will be like right here, and then you load up and you drop in the hallway, because who the heck is spotting the hallway? But in Zerg versus Zerg, you always see what happens, and I'm pretty sure these were already spotted, although I haven't really checked. This is the game time vision right now. Game time's overlord. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, BioAce has the overlord there. So he should know this is coming. Unfortunately, there's banelings here, and oh, this is going to be tough. I don't think BioAce can defend this very easily. And the problem is the banelings. The problem is not that he took